been a while since I've been in the studio, like legit work. I think it's been like 2.5 weeks. So it's, you know, back to like adjusting to everything and basically figuring out how to maximize my hours here. But I'm planning to stay here until after lunch since I brought my own food. I'm trying to cook more at home, prepare more meals, and also like prep here. Today I have to do a lot of content because usually by mid-month I have, you know, my monthly period problems, and the disadvantage of that is I don't really get to work at all. Like my energy is really depleted, so I don't really get a lot of things done. My mind is very hazy. And then yesterday I started having this like whole morning of planning and ideation, and now I'm like ready to conquer the next few weeks. So I'm gonna start off with doing content today, and then tomorrow back to the shop. So in case you're not familiar, my working schedule is actually Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are for Patreon, and Tuesdays and Thursdays are for the shop. But I sort of have to move those around because starting May, when we open the shop, I'm planning to ship just once a week so that I can consolidate all the orders and figure out how to best make my workflow efficient, because I will be doing all the packing and it's going to be quite tiresome. So yeah, follow along today's planning / content creation session. I just hope I finish everything today, like all the things I have to do for today.
That makes you keep going, but what if it turns off? And that's why I've titled the video today the way that it is, which is starting to hate your business. Watch this before you give up. And I know that I haven't.
So unfortunate that we can no longer shoot together, so I have to put all these pens together so Cherry can shoot them, and I'm gonna brief her later because these are a lot of different pen brands and it might be a stranger to most of you. So these are gonna come out either in May or June. I'm still finalizing the date, but they will be at the shop, and they are brush pens, guys. I have this set. No, actually I had mine, but like I replaced it with gray because I could customize when I went to Bungojoshi. And they're really great, so I decided to carry them at the shop. I also have a long overdue Japanese stationery pack. So this contains drip coffee, deco stickers from BGM, as well as one of my favorite Japanese brands, Papierplatz, the Eric washi tape. They're assorted, as well as a Mad Liner brush pen rather. So I have so much plastic. I try to recycle the sticker. For example, if I buy a sticker sheet, I recycle the plastic and then I use it for whatever packaging I might need. Or when I pack orders, we don't there's no required waybill or like parcel packaging, so whatever I find at home, I make do with it. Even like so many patrons have sent me bubble wraps and other packaging materials just so we can try to reduce and, you know, refrain from using new plastic, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna go and pack these first.
So what do I do? The same thing that I do when my life blows up in my face.
Hey guys, it's Thursday and I wanted to show you some print samples I got from the printer yesterday. They print really fast, so I had to approve them and I was like, wait, I have to show it to you guys before I send them back to the printer. So I did have a couple of experimental products done just so, you know, I was like thinking of ways on how to make your journaling experience more fun. Also me, because I am the first customer of the shop basically. And first things first, we do have postcards in collaboration with Badass Tote Girl, so more on that in June, but pretty happy with how the print came out. And we settled for like a neutral color scheme. Reese and I were like, oh, do you want this like neutral? So I played around with a lot of neutrals and I enjoyed it, so I'm definitely going to incorporate this sort of color scheme into some of my work, so I hope you guys like it. Second is, every month I told myself I want to make like free calendars. So these are for May. Let me see it. This is for May and this is for June. And you know me and my colors, I really like incorporating a lot of color schemes. So I made one for April, but since the shop got moved, I was like, I have to make one for May. So the first 100 orders will be able to get this. I also make sure that international orders will be able to get this. So international orders are course through Patreon, because they're a little bit harder to manage during these times, and I'm using a private forwarder for that. Lastly, which I think this one has a lot of errors, so I still have to inform the printer. So I had an idea of designing a journal. I think I showed this in a previous vlog and I was like, oh, I want to design it and then have it printed and then you can incorporate your own thing. So my concern was, so this is the sample. I mean, the cover is good. I think this could be adjusted a bit more to like dead centers, like middle part. The pages are not bad, so you can see here, looks great, but I have to still test the writability of the pages. But so far, I mean, I'm happy with how this turned out. And I had this like note at the front, which was a missed opportunity. I was like, I could have used my typewriter, but my typewriter is currently being repaired. It might arrive today. I'll walk you through Peggy, my typewriter. I don't think I've introduced it to you. Her to you guys, rather. She's a her. She/her. So yeah, these are some of the pages. But again, there are some like binding issues, so I still have to work on that because it is perfect binding, so it's just stapled, and this has 32 pages, so this is not bad. I just have to test the writability of pens just so I don't get complaints. Lastly, this one came out too thick, I would say. This is the craft notebook, and this is supposed to be blank, so I have to inform the printer that this has no design. So my idea is I'm gonna sell like a set of 2 pocket notebooks. I'm planning to print my own belly band or like tie it with twine. But this one is also 30, this is 36 pages. These are 36 pages, but since the craft journal is 120 GSM and this is 70 GSM, this is thick, guys. Like, it wouldn't close. So I have to probably lessen the pages so it would close. It kind of looks weird, like, you know. So, yeah. And, I mean, paper-wise, this is, like, super thick. So if you're into, like, heavy-duty collage, this is something that is great for you. The paper is the same as the Make Things craft journal I made before, which will still be available. The thing was, we were talking on Patreon's stationery haul channel. We love that channel. On Discord, and one of my patrons was like, oh, I still use your pocket notebooks. I still have your pocket notebooks from way back. And she was like, oh, why don't you make pocket notebooks? I'm like, yeah, why don't I make pocket notebooks? And, you know, if you want to start small or you want to do collage journaling, but you don't want like a big or like TN size format, you can definitely try this. And since the page count is not a lot, it's like a really like small commitment kind of thing, which works for some people. For me, it's more of also like a way if you want to, let's say, do a journaling entry that's about a specific topic. For example, your favorite K-drama, and then you can just log everything in one journal. So I think I'm planning to market it that way also. Or if you have like a creative project or like 30-day project, you can definitely use this. But this one I'm really excited for because, for example, you know, pages like these, you're like, how do I fill it up? You can add like an Instax print, you can do your own collage. So it's basically pre-designed for you. So I don't know what name it should be. Printed journal? I'm still figuring out the name, but yeah, I'm so excited for this. I'm really excited. These are going to be out in June. So will the Badass Tote Girl collab, and I'm also working on the local stationery collab. I wasn't able to show you guys, like we had a meeting like last week or last week, but yeah, we're looking forward to that, and that's something I have to do today, as well as design the stickers. So I have to stop talking, I have to stop showing you my hauls, and we should get to work. Care package all the way from the States. I ordered a couple of books and coursed it through CH, so thank you so much to CH for finally sending this. It's huge, it's heavy. I'm so excited to open this. You know, when I was like thinking of the topic, because I really love Impressionism, I forgot to add, but I did go to an Impressionism exhibit in 2018 in Singapore, and it's really, really good. And that really got me into Impressionism. That's why I wanted to share with you this webinar. We will talk about the likes of Claude Monet, Renoir, and more. So I'm gonna start the webinar, and as usual, if you have questions, we're gonna have a Q&A at the end. Just finished the webinar. This is like my last requirement for Patreon for the month, but since I still have, it's April 24, so I still have basically a week to prepare for the May rewards. So I will see you next week on my new vlog where I prepare for Patreon rewards. I hope you enjoyed this week's studio vlog. It's just so great to be back in the studio. I've never felt so alive and at peace at the moment. So thank you and see you soon. Bye!